posting isn't private. Beware what you share.
In Fairfield County, something new comes across my desk every day. Crimes are committed, cases are solved, and a community is made safe by the hardworking employees of the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office. Welcome to This Week with Sheriff Dave Phelan, a weekly program here on LSN Television. We're also carried by a number of our radio affiliates here in Lancaster and beyond. Do appreciate you, the viewers and listeners that join us each and every week. Got a great guest this week, Sergeant Jesse Hendershot, our community policing sergeant. How you doing, Sarge?
Good. Thank you for having me back on the show.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have you. You've got a lot of good stuff to talk about during the next couple of shows. And one thing, I noticed that you're growing a mustache there.
Yeah, and actually I was at a couple places today, and they assumed that I was cheating.
I thought you were going to try to imitate me.
No.
Okay, that's not it?
No.
Okay.
But there's a lot of different places out there that do this, No Shave November.
Okay.
And what they do is they try to raise awareness for all the local charities and things that are out there. And 3 years ago, we decided to do this. Deputy John Warner took the reins and tried to get everybody on board to, grow their mustaches out and raise money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Right. Now, speaking of that, there's something coming up the end of November.
Yes.
And you've been working along with Deputy Warner on this?
Yeah, and Deputy Warner's been doing a lot of this, on his own time, working second shift. He doesn't have a whole lot of time to do it.
Okay.
And he spends probably at least 2 hours a day, and then the weekends.
Wow.
And his wife's been doing a lot, promoting it and with the Facebook page. And they just basically, want to raise as much money as we can and as much awareness as we can for St. Jude.
Well, tell us a little bit about the race, and if any of our viewers and listeners want to become a part of that or even a sponsor, how do they do it?
Yeah, if you want to be a sponsor, you just get a hold of Deputy John Warner or myself, Sergeant Hendershot, and we'll get you squared away with all that. Right now, we do have $4,000 in sponsors.
Wow.
Which is what our goal was.
Okay.
So if they don't want to sponsor and they just want to register, you can register at speedysneakers.com. You can also register from our website and on our Facebook page.
And what is our website?
Our website is, I'm not exactly sure. So just Google Sheriff's Office, Fairfield County, and that's how I do it.
Okay.
Most people do that nowadays. Is they Bing it or Google it.
They make it easy.
Yeah, but the main thing is, we have about 70 runners right now lined up, and the first 200 participants are going to get a medal, a cool medal that we designed with one of our sponsors, Target Business Services.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that will actually take place on what date again?
It's November 29th, and registration starts at 8 o'clock if you didn't pre-register, and then the race will kick off about 9:15.
Okay, and so everybody, I'll be out there. I know you're a jogger.
Yep, and my daughter's actually doing it with me, so this will be her first 5K, and we'll probably stop and walk a little bit. We both haven't been training very hard for this.
Now, if folks say, well, I'm not a jogger, I'm not into that, they can walk it, right?
They can walk it, yes. And if nobody wants to walk it and they can't come out that day and they still want to participate, and we have an account set up at Huntington and Canal for it's called Run Your Stash Off 5K.
Okay.
And they can just make a donation to that as well.
Okay.
But what they'll get is they'll get a T-shirt for the event, and then they'll get a finisher's medal, and we're trying to get some water bottles made up as well, and they get just all kinds of cool stuff for $20. You can't beat it.
Yeah, and what a great cause, St. Jude's treating children with cancer.
Yeah, and one thing about St. Jude is they never send a bill to their patients. They want their, everyone that comes to their facility not to have to worry about payments. They want them to concentrate on their child.
Right.
And what a wonderful organization. And, when they started in 1962, the 20%, rate of, children with cancer survival. And since 1962, they raised it all the way to 80% survival rate.
Isn't that remarkable?
Yeah.
So you'll be out there. I know I'll be there. And so it looks like it's going to be a great day.
Yeah, it'll be a great day. And we're just promoting it everywhere we can. www.sheriff.fairfield.oh.us or Facebook, Run Your Stash Off 5K, FCSO.
Great, great. So if you're out there, you're listening today or watching, make sure that you participate, because what a great thing. And I'm appreciative of deputies taking their own time to do this. This was initiated several months ago where they let me know, and I think it's great.
And I'd like to throw a shout out there to the Town Crier.
Nice article, wasn't it?
Yeah, I opened up the paper, and I've been working with them, and I can't believe they put us right on the front page.
Yeah, that's super,
So, yeah.
super. Now, another thing you're working on is the police and fire games.
You're correct.
Tell us, first of all, what is that, and when's that going to happen here in our county?
The Police and Fire Games is something that started in 1978, and it was just the police games.
Okay.
And over time, it's just built into where they add the firemen in there, and then now they actually have active military personnel if they want to participate. And, there's only 8 out there in the United States.
Now, these are games where they participate in different sports, right?
Yeah, there's 45 different sports that they can participate in. And myself and Lieutenant Lape sat down with the board, a couple months ago and talked about how we wanted to bring them to Fairfield County. And they are all on board. They haven't had anything this close to Columbus since, I think, 2008.
Okay.
And they think we can get a good turnout. And, it brings a lot of people to Fairfield County, awareness, so I think it's a good thing. And, the biggest thing, the reason they started these games is to promote fitness and camaraderie. And it's, with society today, it's starting to slip away.
Right.
So their turnout has not been very good the past couple of years, and that's why there's only 8 left in the United States.
Okay.
And so they actually have people from other states. I don't think there's a surrounding state that has the police and fire games.
Now, tell us some of the types of events that will take place there.
Yeah, there'll be basketball, softball, cornhole, tennis, wrestling, track and field, fishing. 45 different events. There's a lot of shooting events. That's the biggest thing for, all the police officers that come out. They like the shooting events.
And this is the public's welcome to come out to this?
Yeah, the public's welcome to come out and watch. And, what we'll do is we'll sit there and we'll get a list of people that actually coordinate each different event. And it takes about 14 months to prepare for something.
Wow. And so there'll be law enforcement officers and firefighters and military from all over the United States that'll be coming into the Fairfield County area.
Yeah.
It's going to be countywide then?
Yeah. Countywide, it'll be, most of the events will take place here in Lancaster. But, there will be some that'll be out there in the county because of the location, such as, I think, mountain bike riding.
Okay.
We'll have to find a location probably out in the county somewhere to do that. But they, as long as we try to keep it as much in Fairfield County as we can.
Yeah, and I think when you look at a lot of different agencies that will be here, how we will be represented at our county, and it brings a tremendous amount of money into the county with hotels, with restaurants, and those kind of things during that period of time. How many days does it take place?
This is a week long.
Okay, it's a week long.
Yep, and it's the second week in June.
Okay.
And they've already got 2015 set up, so we are scheduled for 2016.
Okay, so this is a little ways out.
It's a little ways out.
But you have to be planning now.
Yeah, we have to start getting sponsors, for all the local sponsors to put on the brochure.
Okay.
To keep that running, and then I think it's $40 or $45 to participate.
Right.
Which most of the events, if you do them, you get a medal. The medals are really nice, and they actually had a Canadian come last year to the Ohio Police and Fire Games. Yeah, because they have the Canadian American Games, which I participated in a couple years ago.
So you've been a part of that, haven't you?
Yeah, the Police and Fire Games.
So what do you participate in, the running?
Usually the track and field.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. There's some other things that you can add on to, and you don't have to pay as much money if you've already paid, the registration fee.
Okay.
So you can sign up for one thing, and then throughout the week do a couple other things if you like.
So that's all fun. And so we'll be letting everybody know about that as it gets near.
Yeah, and one other thing is that they used to have like the football or flag football and softball and basketball and all that stuff used to be a week long, and they were finding lower participants, so they reduced it down to 3 days.
Okay.
Knock it all out in 3 days, so they don't have to burn so much time to come.
Now, the other thing, and we'll talk about this also next week, you have been doing a lot of self-defense classes along with a number of other deputies across the county. And we've got, tell us about, first of all, what are the self-defense classes about, and how does someone out there get linked into that?
Okay, well, Deputy Kelly Keys has been our instructor lately for that, and he's one of our auxiliary deputies.
Franklin County, retired Franklin County deputy?
Franklin County, yep, and he was on their SWAT team for over 22 years.
Wow.
And he's been actually teaching self-defense classes for 30 years.
Okay.
And just, for him to have that energy 30 years later to keep putting these classes on, and everything is for free. You know,
Okay.
it's hosted by the sheriff's office, and Deputy Keys does. You know, he has the PowerPoints, and he actually has his own dojo at his house, that a Christian-based dojo that he brings people in and teaches them. He has probably over 150 kids come through there a week.
Wow.
So this is nothing new to him, and he loves doing it. And we actually have him scheduled for 4. You know, we have one in Canal Winchester on December 6th, and December 13th we have one in Pickerington area, the Violet Baptist Church. And they can, if people are interested in this, we're going to be posting flyers throughout the community.
Okay.
We also have it on our Facebook page, if they have Facebook. And you know, the one at Canal Winchester, all they have to do is call our dispatch, 740-652-7911, and just let them know that they want to sign up for the Canal one. And the Violet Baptist Church one, if they're interested in that, all they have to do is get on the Violet Baptist Church website and register.
You know, I have been absolutely amazed at the turnout that and primarily it's self-defense class for women, but certainly men are welcome. But the last couple at Violet Baptist, I mean, it was just like we were completely full.
Yeah, we actually had to cut the registration off.
Okay.
Because the lady that organizes that called me and she said, we have 130 people already registered. And I said, well, we're going to have to cut it off because we can teach as many as we want, but you want that one-on-one.
Right.
You know, and when you get that many people, you know, we only have like 3 or 4 that go with Kelly to help.
Okay.
So we, you know, and when we cut it off at 130, you know people's not going to show up, so that's why we do that.
Yeah.
So having it right around 100, that's plenty.
And early next year, we're going to have in January here at Fairfield Christian Church. They're going to have a couple here. In fact, before I forget, I want to thank the students here at Fairfield Christian Academy that actually produce and put this program together each and every week. So they can go on our website and sign up for any of these safety classes coming up.
Yeah, and then, you know, we're putting on 4 right now, so this is probably going to be it for a little bit until the end of next year. So I want to make sure if you guys are interested, you know, we're offering a lot of different Saturdays, so just make sure you sign up for one of them.
Yeah, good. A lot of good stuff coming up, and again, the run for your sash is coming up.
Yep, November 29th.
Okay.
You know, and pre-register. First 200 people that register get a medal when they finish, and this is thanks to our SWAT doctor. Dr. Gronbach.
Okay.
He's got his own medical practice in Chillicothe, and he is our single platinum sponsor.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
So
and already 4,000 in donations to sponsors and everything?
And he's very big into helping out things like this, so he wanted to make sure people got medals and, you know, they enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward. We'll be out there, and I'd like to have you back next week to talk a little bit about our Community Watch. I know that it's a program that as far as I'm concerned, it's probably one of the most successful programs we've ever had within the Sheriff's Office, where community members get involved and are really an extension of the eyes and ears of the Sheriff's Office. So we'll talk about that next week, and do appreciate you being here.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sergeant Jesse Hendershot, our Community Relations Sergeant, does a terrific job. Lots of great programs going on. And appreciate our executive producer, Kelly Roberts, who lines the guests up, works the questions, puts the questions together, and does a terrific job. Again, thanks to the students here at Fairfield Christian Academy. If it wasn't for their willingness, we wouldn't have a program like this. And certainly to you, the viewers and the listeners. Well, the clock on the wall says we're about out of time. Until next week, same time, same place. If you're driving, buckle up. God bless, and we'll see you right here next week.